Hello friends and welcome back to The Pursuit. My name is Dean. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I hope you enjoy it. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and drop a comment to let me know what you think about the content. Friends, this channel is dedicated to everybody who's out there working hard every day to make a better life for themselves, for their family, and for their community. Let's jump into the video. All right, folks, welcome back. This is episode 2 of Zero to Hero. If you remember, last week I left off with $190. I got my $190 from donating plasma. I went back this week for another $180. I can show you here. So I went back this week for 2 additional donations at $90 a piece for another $180. And then I started looking for ways this week to spend some of that money, invest it into products that I might be able to then turn around and sell at a profit. So on the spend side, I spent last week $95 buying the parts to make these little musical instruments that are called kalimbas. Here are the kits. You can see here I got them off of Alibaba. They are $2.10 a piece. They come with a little tuning hammer and all the parts that you need except for pieces of wood. And I got these figured cherry boards a while back at a woodcraft store. They were like in the bargain bin for $1 a piece. I've got enough wood probably to make a dozen or so of these kalimbas. And I bought enough kalimba kits to make 25 of them. So, my cost on those is going to end up being about $4.50 to $5 per instrument, and I'm hoping to be able to sell them in the $35 to $40 range. We'll see how that goes. So the other thing I purchased were some mini kalimbas. Now, my daughter-in-law has been doing craft shows. She has one coming up this coming weekend, and in exchange for helping her build out a new booth, she's going to allow me to put some little products in her booth that she'll sell for me. So I found these little mini kalimbas on Amazon. They come with a really nice little Christmas bag, so the perfect little stocking stuffer. My cost on these ended up being about $4.60 per unit. I'm going to try to sell them for $12 or 2 for $20. And I ordered 2 sets of these, so 16 kalimbas. Should be hopefully able to get about $160 out of them if they sell. So between the money that I got selling my plasma and the money that I spent this week, I increased my total cash by $12.66. And now I've got some inventory. My parts from Alibaba did ship today, so I'm hoping that they'll be here sometime in the next 7-10 days. But in the meantime, I'll get all the wood parts prepped so that all I have to do is assemble them and I'll have them ready to go. All in all, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. I had a slight increase and I've got some assets now, things that I can sell and try to boost my bottom line. Now, I do want to show you, just for fun, the exchange that I made with my daughter-in-law in exchange for her helping me sell my parts. Now, first of all, I would do this for my family regardless of them helping me back in any way, shape, or form, because I feel like anything that I do to help my family is just helping me. But at the same time, it was an amazing way to spend some time, and the time spent doing it way outweighed any cost of it or materials. It just so happened, though, that I had all of these materials in a shed, basically. My yard has a huge cedar fence all the way around it. So one of the sheds, when we bought the home, had extra cedar pickets in it. And so we went ahead and we're putting those to use. So here's a little time lapse of me putting together a framework for this picket fence. And then once I get the framework done, my daughter-in-law and my son join me and we put the rest of the fence together. And so far it's looking really good. They're going to paint the whole thing white, so it should look really, really nice when it's done. Here's the exciting part 2 of the frame coming together. I always like doing these kind of projects, and my daughter-in-law has a really great vision for what she wants. And I think in her case, having this is really going to set her booth apart and draw people in. So we were all really excited about that. So there you go. The frame is now assembled and put together. and all that was left was to put on the pickets. So here's a couple of pictures of my son, myself, and somewhere my daughter-in-law. I think she skipped out on sending me pictures with her in them, so we'll have to get her in some pictures here next time. But you can see the pickets weren't long enough, and she wants it tall enough that she can set sweatshirts and shirts on here to display. So we elevated them, extended the pickets with some scraps, and then the whole thing will end up getting painted and should be a really nice backdrop for her booth. So overall, it's been a really good week. I'm excited to have some things going on outside my regular 9 to 5. I'm more than happy to have a 9 to 5. I've got a great job. It really helps provide for my family, but I want to build something of my own. So doing these side projects and having YouTube going and just working on this Zero to Hero is giving me a lot of excitement in terms of just feeling like I'm making some progress and moving forward. So friends, I hope you're doing things to improve your life, to help your family and community. Thanks for joining me this week on The Pursuit. Check back with me soon. Until then, plan, pursue, and persist.